want to figure out a different intro because goddamn, it's annoying saying the same shit every time. You know, good morning. Hey, it's February 4th, 2025, 7:05 p.m. And shit. I don't know. I don't know what else I would say, but I definitely want to have some kind of intro in place and then say the date. I don't know. Something like that. Just what goes through my mind. Not important whatsoever, but here we are. All right. So, yeah, I've been in a little bit of a slump lately, and that's honestly just due to the fact that I've been feeling like shit, and that's not good. It's not good that I'm allowing the external factors of my life dictate how I perform on or how I work on certain things. What I mean is, yeah, I got my wisdom tooth out, and yeah, I'm in pain, and yeah, it's sore, and blah, 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 but, I mean, my job isn't to go run marathons and to lift weights vigorously every day, all day. It's quite literally to sit on my desk and use my laptop. And, you know, a lot of it does come down to me talking to the camera or, actually going to the gym is part of it. But hopefully you understand what I'm saying. My job isn't to go do all this, hard labor shit. So to say that my face being sore is preventing me from doing things, I don't know. But the way that trickles down in my head is I can't eat a lot of foods. At least I feel that way. I can eat whatever, but it just puts so much pressure on my jaw, and that hurts like a motherfucker. I don't really know what they did, but if I clench my jaw too hard, oh my hell, the pain. It's crazy. So that's kind of sucked. I've just been very under the weather, and I think just the lack of nutrition, the lack of hydration, the lack of deep sleep, all these things have just been adding up one after the other. And I've just been feeling like shit, and it's caused me to not want to do anything. It's crazy. And what's nuts is being able to see my life now for what it is and understand just how important having discipline and doing the shit that you don't want to do is on a day-to-day basis. Because, for example, today I had 5 cookies. I had Beto's, which, if you don't know what Beto's is, just a Mexican fast food place in Utah. I'm sure it's other places too. And then I had a Flex Pro Meals thing, because I'm still working on those. And then I had some breadsticks. Then I had a yogurt. Then I had an applesauce. And that's it. Rather than a full-blown breakfast, packing a first break meal, and then a lunch, then a second break meal, and then coming home, going to the gym, eating something after the gym. Here I am. Not to mention all the water. I haven't done any of that. And go figure, I'm tired, So, yeah. Reason I share all this, going back to the discipline thing, is right now I'm in that state of mind where I'm so upset with myself, yet the, quote, comfort of being able to just hang out at home and lay down and go to sleep for 5 minutes or whatever, that's nice. It's, quote, nice, but then it leaves me feeling like shit afterward. And all I want to do is get shit going again. But I feel like there's certain obstacles in the way, which is funny because I'm reading the book, Obstacle is the Way, and that are preventing me from taking full advantage of everything. Even just saying this out loud, I feel like a fucking fraud, and I'm being honest. So part of the podcast is documenting everything, even if it exposes me, quote unquote, because, dude, it sometimes is rough. Sometimes I slip back into feeling like a piece of garbage and not doing anything about it. And I gotta not let that happen. But my mouth is just fucking on fire, dude. And it's so tough. Even recording the show, it's tough. I even texted Mina and I said, hey, dude, the shit that I got going on this week, trying to figure out the resignation thing. I'm trying to recover from my wisdom tooth. Trying to navigate all this shit, make sure that all my personal stuff's in a row. I've got maintenance people in my house trying to fix this modem router thingy for something that hasn't been working for the last 7 months, which is very frustrating. I haven't even had the energy to give a fuck about the fact that this thing that I've been paying for in my house, this part of this internet package, it hasn't been working for 7 months. I told my leasing office about it, and they said, "Oh, we can credit $50 to your account." And my first thought was $50. I haven't had this fucking service for 7 months. I guarantee you per month it's like $30. And rather than trying to be like, well, what the fuck? That's crazy. Are you kidding? I was just like, oh, cool. I appreciate it. And I just left it there because I just don't want to worry about anything. I just want to come home, and I want to make my face not in pain, and I want to just hang the fuck out, So, I don't know. Sounds like I'm being a pussy, and I honestly feel like I am, and I don't like that. But part of the podcast, I got to document it, so it is what it is. But yeah, what I was planning on doing earlier, and I'm still doing it. I'm gonna record the show, write about it. I'm going to bed. I don't really give a shit. It's 7:11 p.m. right now. It's February 4th, 2025. I've already said it, but there you go. So as soon as I finish this, gonna write about it, upload it, go to bed. And hopefully when I go into work tomorrow, I'll have a nice email that says, hey, you are no longer required to come into work. Something like that, Because that way, hopefully, I can take a week or whatever, take the next 3, 4, 5 days, and just recover. And just get everything back on par, get all my shit together, and start this 8-week crucible off on the right foot. I'm talking right now as I'm rubbing the side of my face. So like I'm fine, and I can talk, and I can chew, and I can do these things, but it just creates so much tension. It just puts a lot of pressure on my jaw, and oh my hell, it hurts. I didn't think it would hurt this bad. Matter of fact, I feel like in the mornings it's perfect. Then as I go about my day and I chew stuff and I talk to people and I'm smiling, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Oh my hell, it's so annoying. Not to mention I have bitten my lip, and that is just in such a peculiar spot that it just won't heal as fast as it normally does, and it's very annoying because I can't even brush my teeth without scraping my lip, and that just hopefully somebody listening knows what I'm talking about. But when you bite your lip in just the right spot, oh my lord, what a fucking joke, dude. I'd rather always have the feeling of training legs and then having to sit on the shitter than ever have a bit lip. And I'm almost willing to bet you that quote right there is going to go make it in the description. By the way, if you haven't checked already, the description now includes 3 funny quotes and 3 quotes that are kind of notable or cool or kind of showcase what the show's about. The episode's about, I should say. Kind of in a philosophical standpoint. So anyway, you can check the description for that. Sometimes they're very, very funny. One of them was Ontario. Fuck. That was see, smiling right there. Oh my hell. Ouch, dude. Anyway, so right now I'm just exhausted for good reason. For bad reason, but it's clear why I'm exhausted. I'm not feeling my body, not drinking water, not exercising, not doing anything to better myself. Just going to work, coming home, feeling like a piece of shit. So very obvious why I feel like shit. So there's that. And, I'm really trying to figure out if this whole caffeine thing has anything to do with it, because this is day 3 of no caffeine since the end of phase 3 of Live Hard in July of last year. And I feel fine. However, part of me wonders if not having caffeine like that, because I'm so early on now, is playing an effect on my energy levels. And I don't think it does, but I'll have to look into it. But yeah, you quit cold turkey, you're back to your normal baseline levels of the potency of caffeine within, I think it's 10 or 11 days, 12 days, something like that. That's based on what Layne Norton said. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to go full week. Do I plan on taking caffeine after that week? I actually don't. I'd like to wean myself, whatever the right word is, off of it and use it I talked about this last episode, but use it like Chris Williamson does, or maybe that's just that's what he talks about. But never consuming caffeine 2 days in a row, so I can have it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday, and then just rinse and repeat. Or I could have it Monday, skip 2 days because I want to have it on a Thursday, and then have it Thursday. And I want to see if that is better as far as maintaining the effects of the caffeine. Or kind of doing a similar thing, just with one added rule, which would be I can only have it 3 times a week, no back-to-back days, which is pretty much the same thing as what I just said. However, I couldn't go Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then Saturday. I'd have to wait because that would be a 4th time in the same week. But I'm just trying to maintain my control over these things because caffeine is not addictive. I found that out because I'm not addicted to caffeine. Matter of fact, they did studies where they would have one drink and they would have another drink, and they would tell people that one drink had caffeine in it and it didn't, and the people would opt for the one that had caffeine. What was the fucking study? I think what I just said was false. The study was that people would opt for cans or bottles or whatever of a drink or beverage or whatever if they believed it had caffeine in it, rather than if it did or didn't, it just looked like it did. And then people began associating those drinks, those bottles, the containers, the colors, branding, marketing with caffeine, so they would opt for those drinks instead. But it's not an addictive substance. But part of me feels like, oh yeah, I'm getting a boost. I'm feeling good. I'm getting extra energy. So yeah, I'm going to have this. When in reality, who knows if it actually did or didn't? I believed it did. And so therefore the drinks were then more appealing to me. So, having an energy drink every day, sometimes 2, every single day for the last 7 months, less than 600 milligrams per day, and then pretty much every day less than 300. But because the FDA, which I don't even know if you can trust anything they say anymore, but the recommended amount that you stay under is 400 milligrams. And towards the end of the whole run of the caffeine here, I started being strict on the times that I would consume it. So I wouldn't consume it within the last 10 hours of going to sleep. Now, I'm sure that helped quite a bit, but now I'm not consuming it at all. But I can't really tell if I'm sleeping better because my goddamn face is on fire. And guarantee that's going to be another quote at the bottom too. But yeah, that's what it is out of pocket, out of context quotes. So if you just read that, you'd be like, what the fuck? That's the idea. But anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about this real quick and then I'm going to go. But I don't like how I feel right now, and I don't like thinking, because I'm not having the greatest thoughts. I'm not having the most positive or the most productive or the most helpful. I don't know. I'm just not having the best thoughts. And that leads me to think, holy shit, I'm about to quit my job and have 8 months of nothing. Is this really what I want to do? And it's funny because I'm just in that frame of mind because I'm not taking care of myself. If I were taking care of myself and on top of my shit, I wouldn't have these thoughts whatsoever. I wouldn't even be like, yeah, maybe I should. It would be like, oh, fuck yeah, let's do this. But that's just because I'm not taking care of myself right now. And what's really cool for me is I'm very aware of that now, and I know that to be 100% true. Rather than being all skeptical, thinking, oh no, is this the right decision? It's like, yes, absolutely. However, right now, you're just in a shitty headspace. I'm aware of this, so get out of the shitty headspace and then get back to business. So, yeah, the other thing that I'm thinking about with all this is 8 months enough time? And I think absolutely it is, because just over 8 months ago, I met Lexi. So it seems like an entire lifetime has passed, because first of all, love that woman to death. And it's weird to think that I lived life without her, call me in love, whatever, because I am, love that girl. But so much time has passed between now and then. So there's been so many things that have happened between now and then. And it's just barely It's about to be 9 months, believe it or not, which is crazy. But we'll just call it 8 months. 8 months ago, barely even knew who Lexi was, right? Now, I don't know. All I'm trying to say is that's one thing that's happened in my life that I can say is about 8 months ago. And so to think back 8 months ago, there's so much that has happened. I mean, let's go. So 8 months would be 240 episodes. Where's my fucking mouse, dude? I can't stand this goddamn wireless mouse because if I don't move it after, 10 seconds, it just shuts off. And the way for me to turn it on again is to click and move it around. And then my MacBook activates that big mouse bullshit where it's like, here's the mouse. And it just, dude, it gets me so... Where's my fucking mouse? Always show me where it's at, dude. Anyway. See, it just popped, dude. I want to punch the fuck out of something. Anyway, so 8 months ago, it's 240 episodes ago. I'm going to go into the podcast folder file that I have. So 240, that would be 430. So 230. Let's go back down to 230. What do they do on episode 230? Soundly micro. Yeah, okay. Got my Flex Pro meals again, so we'll give them time, give it a shot and see how it goes. Okay. Pre-workout won't be for another day or two. I was still worried about... I was still trying to get my pre-workout supplement going. Holy shit. Yeah, but it fake marriage depends package. Busy man. Look at this. This is crazy, guys. So, literally 8 months ago today. 8 months ago today. Wow, this is cool. In the description of episode 229B, titled, It's Time to Leave My Comfort Zone Again, I put in the bottom, long story short, I may start up my personal training business again despite not exactly wanting to, but this grants all my wishes. It gets me the opportunities to further build, create, and develop a business. It gets me people experience, sales experience, communication, ads, marketing, etc., which is exactly what I've been applying for. Maybe 3 total jobs, but still, to trade my money for learning. But even then, it's trading my time for less money, which is what I need to advance my other goals. In this scenario, money is a tool, and I do not possess much of this tool. This tool will advance me more quickly and further than not having it. So how can I generate more? By making an offer so good, people feel saying no. People feel stupid saying no. Alex Ramosi cheat codes activated. $100 million offers round 2. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so quite literally 8 months ago, I was exploring the idea of having a fitness business again. So much can happen because now I have a business. I've done probably 70 role plays. I've had a sales call. I've sold somebody on the phone. Yeah, I faced a lot of fears. We've gone live on social media, all this different shit. A lot can happen in 8 months. Matter of fact, all this was happening. I'm hyping myself up right now. Oh my fuck, this is cool. You know, all these different things happened in the last 8 months. And this was all while working a job. This was all while working 50 hours one week, 40 the next. Matter of fact, let's do an official calculation. Let's see. Because I keep rounding shit up, but what is it actually? And why is the ChatGPT logo black again? What the fuck's going on? All right, so if I'm working, let's put this into a sheet real quick. So if I leave for work at 4:40, get home at 2:40. Yeah, so what I was trying to do was calculate the gym in there. But I don't think I would count that as a gym. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. So 4:40 to 2:40, that's 10 hours. So 1 week would be 50 hours, the next would be 40. So if we just look at a random calendar, we can see that I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, So 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe February is a bad example, but with another, yeah, this is actually great. 9, 33, 1. Yeah, so I guess I really just want it to be 200 hours, huh? So yeah, some months it's 180 hours, some months it's 190 hours, and I maybe on an off month, maybe once a year, I don't know. It'd be 200 hours. So long way around, what I'm trying to get at here is I did all of this in the last 8 months while working a job. Now, if I had 200 extra hours per month, what could I have achieved then? And so that makes me think, oh shit, if I had 200 extra hours per month, that's an extra 1,600 hours. And if you attribute my last success to having whatever that time is, I don't know. If I just had 1,600 hours, dude, 1,600 more hours. It's so funny that I'm talking about time because this time is actually the work time. And I almost just said, and this is funny, I almost just said, dude, 1,600 hours is almost how much somebody works per year. It's no shit, Bryson. That's what we're talking about, bro. We're talking about not having a job and using that time. Yeah, no shit. Anyway, I thought that's funny. But yeah, so 1,600 hours extra that I would have in this next go around of 8 months. Now, when I put it into perspective like that, there's absolutely no reason that I couldn't make whatever I'm trying to do happen, at least to a point where I would be making at least $5,000 a month, because $5,000 a month would be what I need to match my current income gross. $5,004, matter of fact, but whatever. So if everything goes according to plan with Mina and Emmy Fit, then, I'll just keep that going. Maybe I triple the hours there. So I'm working 30 hours, and rather than 300 a week, it's 900 a week, and take home, it's 1,800 per biweekly. Now, obviously I'm not paying taxes, no insurance, no retirement, none of that shit. So I got to save a lot of that so I don't get fucked come tax season. Matter of fact, I don't even know what's going to happen come tax season. Cause if we're abolishing the IRS, what do we do then as far as tax season? I don't really know a whole lot about all that stuff, but it's just me thinking out loud. So yeah. And also my LLC is official. I don't know if I said that or not, but yeah. So I officially have my LLC, and there's a lot of things that are kind of worrisome. Actually, I need to get some shit figured out, and I need to get some official documentation, and I need to, not even to be official, but for legal reasons. So a lot to figure out, a lot to do. And I don't know. When I'm living life like how I am now, it seems like I have no time to do jack shit. However, that's a blatant lie. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, the whole 8 month thing, that's cool. I'm very excited about it. At work today, I guess the whole fucking shop knows I'm trying to leave, which it's not unexpected. I'm sure, because I've told a few people, but I'm sure it just goes around. But anyway, everyone's like, "Oh, stay your last day," and I'm like, "No." And people are like, "Are you nervous? You find anything out?" I'm like, dude, I'm actually more nervous that I get denied this, because I am so hyped for this opportunity that I don't want it to be like, "Oh, sorry, your shop doesn't qualify. Sorry," I don't want that. I would be very bummed, So to answer the question, are you nervous? No, I'm nervous that I'm going to get denied. Matter of fact, not nervous. I don't know what I'm expecting, but it is definitely, I know what I'm expecting to be told, I need to go to bed, to be told, "Hey dude, thanks for your service. Appreciate you all you done. Your last day is Friday. Sign this. Bye-bye," So we'll see. But I'm stoked, man. And another thing that I think about pretty heavily, this might sound dumb, but from now until September, we have 2 months of those 8, I should say, maybe even just one. So all of February, it's going to be colder. And then March is going to be that spring, cold, snowy, but hot bullshit Utah weather. If you're from Utah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's 70. Other times it's probably hailing. Maybe it's doing that in the same exact day. If you're from Utah, you understand. But I was thinking about the weather because I love the heat. I love the warmth. I hate the cold. Matter of fact, the older I get, I've realized that I don't hate the cold. I just hate driving in the cold, and I hate scraping my windshield off because now that I have a garage, I have not had to do that. And this cold weather, while it does continue to suck, it's not as big of a deal as it used to be for me. I literally uprooted my entire life to move to St. George to then move to Arizona because I didn't want to deal with the snow and the cold. That's a true story. That happened. I uprooted my entire life because I didn't want to be in the cold anymore. Moved my whole life to a completely different state because I said, fuck the cold. And that happened 4 years ago. Matter of fact, 3 years and 11 months ago. So there you go. But anyway, I love the warmth. So the thought that I'm going to have all this extra time, but that it's also going to be warm outside, and then I can spend a lot of this time doing things outside or filming outside or going for walks in the morning and not having to wear 8 coats and 12 pairs of pants, or the fact that when I drive to the gym, I'll have my window down. That's just what I think about. Like, that shit gets me fired up. So that's cool. Wow, dude, my jaw's twitching. What's going on? Whoa. Annoying. See, I'm getting pissed off, dude. I just want this to go away, man. I'm getting so annoyed. Anyway, pretty pumped with that thought of the weather being nice. You know, seems like the seasons are so long here. Well, let me say this. Seems like the time frame from when it's warm to when it's cold to when it's warm again is like 5 years. And every year it's always 6 months, 5 months, 7 months. Every year it's always that. However, it always feels like it's an eternity. And I don't know. I would just like it to be warm again, but it's very random. It's funny that I tie the whole 8-month entrepreneurial success journey bullshit to, it's going to be good weather also, you know, but yeah, so I'm pumped, and I really just hope this goes through, and I hope it goes through sooner than later so that I have more answers. Because honestly, and this is not a good quality of mine or a good trait that I have, but when I get, I've talked about this on the show before. I don't know which episode, maybe the early 100s. But when I get so excited for something, it's almost like I can't function normally until that thing happens. And I've told this story before. I'm going to tell it again. But when I first bought my first my first nice camera, I bought a Sony A7 Mark III. At the time, it was about $4,000. It's an incredible camera. I still have it. And when I bought that, I had to put it on 2 credit cards because your boy was hustling for that dough. But it took, I think, 3 weeks for it to get to me because there was an error with one of my cards, and they had to refund it and then cancel the order. Then I had to call the company. And I said, no, I still want this. Please put it on there because I got like a $300 off deal or something like that, and I wanted that. So I had to call them and say, please give me the deal. I just had a card, blah, blah. So anyway, it took me 3 weeks to get it. And during those 3 weeks, it's like I didn't do shit. I couldn't even function properly because I was just so excited. I was researching the camera that I already bought, looking up the stats, looking at before and afters, looking at how to use it. So when I got the camera, it seemed like I was a fucking pro because I spent that time waiting for it, trying to figure it out before I even had my hands on it. And the whole moral of the story there is I was just so pumped up, so excited that I just couldn't function, you know? And another story, and this is when I was much younger, but when Super Paper Mario on the Nintendo Wii came out, I wanted it so bad. All I would do is watch videos of it all day, every day. So much so that when I actually finally got the game, I think I beat the game in the first few weeks because I would play it for 13 hours a day. Now, some days I didn't play it at all because my mom was a mom. She said, hey, get the fuck off the Wii, dude, you know? But anyway, that's what I would do. And I was just obsessive. It was probably very unhealthy. However, right now, combined with everything going on, combined with my face being on fire, combined with the people coming in my house trying to fix my shit, combined with my grandpa, combined with the coaching opportunity with Mina, all this stuff, all this combined, I'm just like sitting here and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to wait till I quit my job. And that's not good. And I'm fully aware of that. And yeah, not a good quality of mine at all. I'm fully aware of that. But, so I mean, first step in solving any problem is really realizing there's one. So at least we got that going for us. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all I want to say. Oh, you know what? One more thing. I started reading The Obstacle is the Way, like I mentioned earlier. And I made a commitment at the very start of the book that I would highlight and underline every word that I did not know, look up the definition, and then write it in the margins. So in the past, I would do this normally, but I would just see a word, I'd read the context, or I'd see the context that the word was in, and I would make a guess, and I would just, keep moving on. But I thought, why am I reading this book? I'm reading this book because I want to learn and I want to better myself. I want to better my vocabulary. I want to better my school of thought. I want to better my philosophy. I want to adopt and grow with these lessons and the teachings that are in this book. And if I'm just reading a book to get it done, to read it, to say that I read it, I'm missing the entire point of reading a book to begin with. So made a commitment that no matter what, as soon as I come across a word that I do not know, I'm going to underline it, highlight it, look it up, write the definition in there. I made a whole ChatGPT automation project already. So all I do is say the word, hit enter, and then it gives me the definition, how to pronounce it, 3 of the most common synonyms, 3 of the least common synonyms, 3 antonyms, the different tenses it can be used, if it's a noun as well, if it's a verb as well, if it's an adjective as well, all that stuff. And then the origin of the word, because, for example, I learned a word. It's called sang-froid. That's how it's spelled, sang-froid. But it's pronounced sang-froid. And it means to be calm under pressure. It's a French word. And knowing that it's a French word helped me understand why the fuck it was pronounced sang-froid. Because I was looking at it and I thought, okay, ChatGPT kind of fucks up sometimes. So what's this actually mean? So I made a whole thing like that, and I put it into a project so that when I'm done with the book, I can say, okay, in this entire conversation, please list every single word into one list, and whatever. That way, when I finish the book, I can see this big old list and see that, holy shit, there's 385 words that I didn't know, and now I have a little bit of an understanding of what those words are, which. That's honestly not the goal. I don't care that much about that, but I was thinking about it and I can absolutely do that. So that's very cool. But yeah, I want to learn and I want to grow. And if that means I only read 4 pages rather than 20 because it takes me that long because I'm trying to study the shit and learn it and absorb it, then so be it. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's the show, guys. Appreciate you listening. As always, go check out the Allegiant Excellence podcast. Go support that if you don't mind. And we'll see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.